vibrant, colorful thing. You come here, even those normal these things, the mats that we put, small ones, the red ones, they are also looking special today because it's a Diwali day. It's colorful. So on this most auspicious day of Diwali, I would like to welcome each one of you. Let's spend some time in understanding something from the pages of scriptures, know some significance of Diwali, and appreciate the festival more. There will be some places where we will be chanting some verses, so just join along with me. Okay, so this session is humbly dedicated to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So we will chant some invocation prayers. You can repeat after me with folded hands. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That's the mode for Diwali celebration. Let's focus on this important message from the Vedic literatures without getting distracted. So the first thing that Diwali signifies is Lord Ram's arrival. So it's a very, very historic event which happened on this particular day of Diwali, where Lord Ram returned to Ayodhya. As Diwali is actually the sacrifice of the deepas, of the lamps, mud lamps, which is offered by the residents of Ayodhya to welcome Lord Ram. Of course, it is very aesthetically very appealing. The illumination is so great. Jubilant citizens of Ayodhya, they were eagerly anticipating the Lord's arrival. They were eagerly waiting. As we all know from Ramayana, Kaikeyi and Manthara, by their evil intentions, they misdirected Dasarath, and that forced Lord Ram to get exiled for 14 years. And this 14 long years, Ayodhya had turned to a ghost city. There was no celebration. There was only separation for the residents of Ayodhya. Their heart's innermost longing was like when Lord Ram would return, and they were every single day and moment they were lamenting. They were lamenting, and then they were completely devastated and grief-stricken. And when Lord Ram returned, that moment when Lord Ram returned, they were so happy and jubilant. Actually, our scriptures and acharyas tell us that our heart is also like Lord Ram. Our heart is also like Ayodhya. And for some reason, we have banished Lord Ram from our heart. And since we have banished Lord Ram from our heart, we have exiled Lord Ram from our heart. also has become like Ayodhya, a ghost city, a ghost town. When the Lord is not present, so then what happens is our heart becomes infested with negative things, often very self-destructive feelings, anxiety, boredom, loneliness, depression, stress, prejudice, envy, anger, hatred, all these things. So, and just like the citizens of Ayodhya, our lives also have become filled with emptiness and lamentation. This is a fact. This is what the pages of Bhagavatam is revealing. You want to experience that transcendental bliss every single day, but without the Lord it is impossible. Like Ayodhya, which had turned to a ghost city, our heart currently is filled with all these negative and self-destructive things. So what should we do? Before we know what should we do, it is also important to know there is a significant difference between the residents of Ayodhya and that of us. The residents of Ayodhya were cognizant and aware that their grief and lamentation is because of the bereavement of Lord Ram. Because Lord Ram is not present, they were experiencing that sadness or that moroseness or that lamentation. Unfortunately, we are not even aware of it. And because we have banished the Lord from our heart, that is the root cause of our all anxiety and miseries, malaise. We try to hide and forget this existential emptiness of our life by pursuing madly sense gratification. Somehow we try to forget this, but it cannot satisfy us. It cannot give us any happiness. We will remain still incomplete without the Lord. The moment, as we are celebrating this Diwali, which marks, just offering the lamps, we should not just restrict ourselves to that. We should also ensure that the heart which is empty, which is filled with all these negative feelings, because the Lord is not residing, we should invite the Lord back. So what we will do is, that's a very beautiful prayer for Lord Ram. There are a few wonderful prayers. We will chant at least, just the moment you say Lord Ram, Ram, that word Ram has so much of power. Sometimes people come and when we ask them to chant some mantras, they feel inhibited. They feel shy, they feel that they may not chant it properly. But just remember, the Lord's name has got all the potency. And the proof of that is when the bridge was built from the South India, from Kanyakumari to Lanka, they just wrote Ram. And those powerful, heavy stones started floating. Extremely powerful, the name of Lord Ram. So we will chant two verses. Repeat after me. Lokabhiramam Ranarangadhiram. Lokabhiramam Ranarangadhiram. Rajivanetram Raghuvansanatham. Rajivanetram Raghuvansanatham. Karunyarupam Karunakarantam. Karunyarupam Karunakarantam. Sri Ramachandram Saranam Prapadye. Sri Ramachandram Saranam Prapadye. Lokabhiramam Ranarangadhiram. Each word is very powerful. Actually, we are looking for that happiness, we are looking that pleasure which is always elusive, which is missing in our lives. We are trying it this way and that way. The Lord Ram, the word Ram means the source of all pleasure. Loka Abhiramam. So that Lord can give us that happiness that we are hankering after, that we are eagerly seeking. Loka Abhiramam Ranarangadhiram. Ranarangadhiram. He is extremely sober even in the battlefield. Dhiram. It's a very great quality. Our life also, this material world, our existence is compared to a battlefield where there are so many disturbances, so many problems, so many ups and downs, so many upheavals which come. But we should learn from the character of Lord Ram, from his pastime, how we can remain steady, Dhira. Rajiva Netra, the eyes of the Lord, is compared to a lotus. Rajiva Netra, Raghuvamsanatha. He is the topmost in the dynasty of Raghuvamsanatha. Karunya Rupam, he is the embodiment of compassion. Just because his embodiment of compassion is not enough, he is also Karuna Karantam. He bestows his compassion just once. Even if the occasion is Diwali, this is an excuse you want to take and say that, oh Lord, I am surrendering to you. Oh Lord, please come back to my heart which is barren, my heart which is like a ghost city where I am living with this miseries all throughout my life, many, many lifetimes. At least now, oh Lord, I want to take shelter of yours. I want you to come back to my heart, and I want to live happily. Karunya Rupam Karuna Karantam Sri Ramachandram Sharanam Prapatya. It's a very beautiful verse. Now what we will do is we will chant another verse. Very, very beautiful verse. This is called the Ramachandra Kavacham or Ramachandra Raksha Kavacham. How Lord Ram can protect. I will chant myself full verse and then you can repeat after me, then I will tell you. Shri Rama Rama Raghunandana Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Bharata Graja Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Ranakarkasha Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Saranam Bhava Rama Rama Shri Ramachandra Charano Manasa Smarami Shri Ramachandra Charano Vachasa Pranami Shri Ramachandra Charano Sirasa Namami Shri Ramachandra Charano Saranam Prapatye. Very beautiful verse. You can repeat on this auspicious day of Diwali. Shri Rama Rama Raghunandana Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Raghunandana Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Bharata Graja Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Bharata Graja Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Ranakarkasha Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Ranakarkasha Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Sharanam Bhava Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Sharanam Bhava Rama Rama Shri Ramachandra Charano Manasa Smarami Shri Ramachandra Charano Manasa Smarami Manasa Smarami Shri Ramachandra Charano Manasa Smarami Shri Ramachandra Charano Manasa Smarami Shri Ramachandra Charano Vachasa Granami Shri Ramachandra Charano Vachasa Granami Shri Ramachandra Charano Sirasa Namami Shri Ramachandra Charano Sirasa Namami Shri Ramachandra Charano Saranam Prapatye Shri Ramachandra Charano Saranam Prapatye. So wonderful actually. We don't know this prayer that we just chanted. We are asking for protection from Lord Ram. And Lord Ram being the embodiment of compassion, understands each one of our lives, how much of struggles, how much of anxieties we are going through. And that once, even if we say that, oh Lord, I am surrendering, maybe I don't mean it, but our life gets transformed. Let's do one more time, then we will go to two more pastimes and we will cover it in a very quick time. That's why it's very difficult. Within the whole pastime of Lord Ram's arrival in Ayodhya, the Ramayana is very beautifully described. And the sentiments, the emotions, the expressions of all the residents of Ayodhya are very beautifully depicted. It's not about just one incident where Diwali we remember just because we have to exchange some sweets or go to some temple for some time. These are deeper meanings. When we understand those deeper meanings and see that how this is relevant to us, this is a reminder to us that okay, we have lived our life enough, many, many lifetimes without the Lord. Now this is the time I should bring back the Lord. I should not live in fear, anxiety and depression anymore. When we are there with Lord, we are free from all this fear. So we will chant one more time. Because after all, what stays with us, if this realization dawns, that everything that we are trying to amass and accumulate in this life with all hard work and difficulties, ultimately we will leave behind and go. What goes with us is devotional service. It carries forward in our next life. That is why it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Swartam apiyasya dharmasya prayate mahato bhaya. So chant with feeling, with emotions. These names of the Lord are very powerful. Shri Rama Rama Raghunandana Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Raghunandana Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Bharata Graja Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Bharata Graja Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Karkasa Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Karkasa Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Saranam Bhava Rama Rama Shri Rama Rama Saranam Bhava Rama Rama Shri Ramachandra not exactly on this day, but as somebody was mentioning, Karnataka was telling about Choti Diwali, this happens for 5 days. So this is on the 14th day of Amavasya in this Kartik month, where Lord Krishna killed this demon by name Narakasura. The second important episode which happened, and it is mentioned very beautifully in the Krishna book. Those of you who do not know, okay, anybody who knows who Narakasura is, raise your hand. Wow. No? So you should, if you are curious about who Narakasura is, you will be more curious when I say, who his father is. His father is Lord Vishnu himself. And Krishna is killing him. Very interesting. Actually, all these episodes in Krishna are very fascinating. When Lord Vishnu appeared as Varahadev in the form of a boar, it lifted Mother Earth. And from their union, this demon by name Narakasura are also known as Bhaumasura, Bhumi, because the Lord lifted Mother Earth, so he's the son of Bhumi. His name became Bhaumasura. Imagine you have a parentage, or you are born to the Supreme Lord himself, yet he is becoming a demon. That's because he was associating with a demon by name Mura. Mura, the other name of the Lord is Murari, who killed the demon by name Mura. So this Narakasura, he stole some things from Indra's mother. Anybody knows who's Indra's mother? So all these things I'll ask you afterwards, after we will have a quiz. All these things that you are hearing, you will be asked. So remember these things, because after all, when you go back, it should not be just done mechanically or as a ritual, that you came and you heard something for some time, you had no choice because you were sitting there, and then you go back. No, it is good if you get involved. It's good to know this historical incidents. So, what is the question? Who's the mother of Indra? That's correct. Aditi is the mother of Indra, and this Narakasura stole the earrings of Aditi and an umbrella of Varuna. So all these things, and Indra got agitated and disturbed, so he comes and asks for help from Krishna. And as you can see in this picture, Krishna and Satyabhama, they go on Garuda, and this fellow was shepherded by the Sudarshan disc of the Lord. Actually, you should hear the kind of arrangement he had made to protect himself in this fort. There were electric currents which were there in the water. It was surrounded by a water body, electric currents, barbed wires, all kinds of things. But so the Lord goes with the Garuda and then he kills him. And I don't know how many of you know this or not. Lord Krishna had 16,108 wives. It's a large number, isn't it? So sometimes people complain, Krishna, you are worshipping so much, he's got 16,108 wives. Our Acharyas say he is the Supreme Lord. He is filled with 6 opulences. We feel so much of envious and jealous the moment we hear that. But we don't know who are the 16,108 wives of Krishna. They were the princes who were captive in the fortress of Narakasura. 16,108 wives already Krishna had. They got released, and Krishna could understand their heart. They were pretty sure that if they go back from this place released by Krishna, nobody will marry them. And they wanted to accept Krishna as their husband, and Krishna fulfills their desires. Builds 16,108 palaces for each one of them. He expands himself into 16,108 forms, and he used to live as husband with each one of them. It's not like, so I'm with one wife today, and I know 16,108 wife will get a chance after 16,108 days. I don't know how many years that is. It's not like that. The Supreme Lord is supremely powerful, supremely opulent. So these are all the descriptions which are there. This is also happened on this day. The most significant element of Diwali, which is the victory of light over the darkness. So is it just external darkness that we are talking about? Or is it the external darkness around us which we need to eradicate by lighting some lamps? No, actually it is a darkness which is there inside our heart in the form of ignorance, and it has to is knowledge. What is the ignorance? What exactly is the ignorance? Ignorance is forgetfulness of the Lord. When we are living our life forgetting the Lord, that is called ignorant. Very interestingly, there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita, you can repeat after me. Teshamevanukampartham ahamajnanam tamaha anashayami atmabhavastho jnanadipena bhasvata teshamevanukampartham ahamajnanam tamaha नाशयामि आत्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता. To show them special mercy, I dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. The root cause of our suffering is ignorance. We don't know who we are. We have a false notion or a conception of the Lord, false notion or conception of our own life, where we think we don't need anyone. I can live happily without having the Lord in my life. But actually to show them special mercy to whom? To actually those who are engaged in devotional service. I dwelling in their hearts. We also are ignorant that the Lord is residing in our heart as Paramatma. We have forgotten about that. He is there. He sees every single desire and action of ours. I dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. The darkness of ignorance needs to go from our heart to understand our real position as servant of the Lord. And when we understand that with the true shining lamp of knowledge, life becomes truly blissful. So this is the second one. What is the first thing that we spoke about? Significance of this. Sorry. What is the first thing that we spoke on Diwali? What happened?
Ram came back.
Lord Ram came back. Very good. Can we have a round of applause for him? What is the second thing that we spoke about? Anybody? Chaitanya? Adesh? Aghasura. Very good. Killing of Nagasura. What is his other name? Bhaumasura. What is the name of Indra's mother? Aditi. She's always very attentive. There's no doubt about it. Okay, now we will go to the third one, which is the most endearing pastime for the devotees of. We will see this. Before we do that, I want all of you to chant this. What happens when you hear this wonderful pastimes of the Lord? What effect does it do to our heart? Repeat after me. Tava gathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhiritam kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grananti Ye Bhurida Jana Tavagathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiritam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grananti Ye Bhurida Jana I made a little mistake, so that's why the last line became even slow. Okay, we will do one more time. Tava gathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhiritam kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grananti Ye Bhurida Jana Wonderful verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Very, very hoping, very powerful. This is called Gopi Geet. The gopis during this month of Kartik, they sing this special song. This is really celebrated. So the devotees, when they assemble in congregate in Vrindavan, they also chant these verses. We are just chanting one of this. See the meaning of this. The nectar of your words and the descriptions of your activities are the life and soul of those suffering in this material world. Tapta Jivana. It is, say, life, it's called the forest fire of material existence. Very difficult life. But the nectar of your words and the descriptions of your activities, Tava Katha Amritam. It's actually the life and soul of those suffering in this material world. These narrations transmitted by learned sage, Kavi Bhi Kavi is the sages. These are transmitted, Kavi Bhi These narrations transmitted by learned sages eradicate one's sinful reactions, Kalmasha Baham. We often know in our lives we are doing something sinful and we should not be doing, but we don't know what is the method. How can I eradicate the sinful reactions? Just hearing these narrations transmitted by learned sages eradicate one's sinful reactions and bestow good fortune upon whoever hears them. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Shravana Mangalam Srimad. These are broadcast all over the world and they are filled with spiritual potency. Certainly those who spread the message of Godhead are the most munificent. Bhuvi Kridanti Bhurida Jana. Who's sharing this knowledge, they are the most munificent. Because it is bringing a wholesale well-being to everybody, if you get a chance to hear. Because it's a very complicated, intricate pastimes, but I will try to keep it short and not go into the technicalities and the details, the spiritual revelations. Because there are deep, profound spiritual truths in all these pastimes. We will keep it really light and understand. How many of you know what is the pastime of Damodar? You don't know, sir? Sir, who's taking this? No, not aware. Okay. How many of you know who are coming for the first time? What is Damodar fasting? Or maybe not regularly coming. Maybe you come to Diwali to celebrate. It's a very important pastime. The whole month the devotees every year are focusing on this pastime. There has to be something about it. So, any guess? Anybody?
When Mother Yashoda tied Krishna to the
Grinding mortar.
And when Krishna went between the two trees that were crossed over each other.
Right. So Mother Yashoda bound Krishna with a rope to a grinding mortar. So the word Damodar, anybody here whose name is Damodar? Actually, it's one of the common names. No, your name is Damodar. Okay, great. Can we have a loud Haribol for him? Most of the satsangs I go and I ask this, anybody who's Damodar, so somebody or other will raise hands. I've seen this usually, and today also it is not false. The word Damodar has got two parts to it. Dama means rope and Udara means belly. So Mother Yashoda took a rope and bound Krishna on his belly. So that's why his name is Damodar. So we'll keep aside the verse, we will understand the pastime. So this was the day of Diwali. This pastime happened on the actual day of Diwali. So how many of you today got up in Brahma Muhurta? Jatin, Mataji. Okay, few. What about others? What time you all got up? Diwali 8 extra hours of sleep. Today is anyway Sunday. What time you all? Anybody wants to share? It's okay. We all get up late. 8:17. Anybody later than 8:17? 8:40. Okay. Anybody later than 8:40? Some people are feeling scared. It's okay. I mean, we get up late. Like, if it is a holiday, especially here in India, we would like to get up as late as possible. Diwali hai. Sham ko log aayenge, we will make some sweets and we will exchange. That's what we think of. Mother Yashoda on this particular day of Diwali got up very early. One of the reasons why she got up early is because she didn't want to get disturbed when she is doing some activities by baby Krishna. Usually when the babies are there, they are very restless. They will not be able to sit in one place, they will do some disturbances. Mother Yashoda wanted to do something very special. As you can see in the picture, can you see the picture? Is it visible? What is she trying to do? Churning butter. How many of you some special cows. Nanda Baba and Mother Yashoda had 9 lakh cows, out of which there are special cows from which those cows, the milk was taken, and that from that she used to churn butter with great love and affection for baby Krishna. So on this day of Diwali, Mother Yashoda got up, and it is mentioned in the scriptures that she was wearing there are a lot of points I have, but she was wearing a yellow saffron sari, and she was very nicely decorated. So she got up in the morning, and then she started churning butter. While she was doing, okay, how many of those of you who raised hands, churning butter, kaisa rehta hai? Is it very laborious or is it very easily doable?
It's very technical.
Very technical. It actually, butter doesn't come so easily. Even if you know it, unless, I think there is some this thing. And it is very laborious. It's not easy. Actually, the scriptures are telling if, the Matajis do this at their home, they don't need to sign up for any jail. That's the physical exercise you have. But it is very taxing, and Mother Yashoda was perspiring, and it was very laborious. But she forgot all the material pain because she was thinking of Krishna's pastimes, and she was singing those. Govinda Damodar Madhaveti, Govinda Damodar Madhaveti. While churning butter, she was thinking how baby Krishna sucked the life air from Putana. How so many wonderful pastimes my baby is doing. And she had composed some songs in her local language, and she was chanting, she was singing, and she was doing this. Prabhupada says in the purport, this should be the goal for life also. When we are doing some activities, we can remember the beautiful pastimes of the Lord. And by remembering whatever activities we are doing, that will become Krishna conscious. Anyway, she was churning the butter, and she was thinking how sweet my baby Krishna is. And she was composing the songs and doing this. And when she was doing this, in the next verse it is mentioned, Krishna reciprocates based on our devotion. If we have sincerity in our heart, the sincerity in our heart attracts the Lord. If you are singing, genuinely trying, asking, calling for the Lord to come, the Lord manifests. Ye yatha ma prapadyante tam tadeva bhajamya. So the Lord appeared in that scene where Mother Yashoda was churning the butter. And now, baby Krishna wanted all the attention of Mother Yashoda. He wanted now Mother Yashoda should take care of me, should feed me. I have gotten up from the sleep. I have come only for her because she was chanting so melodiously. Now he comes, and what he does was he held that churning rod. So the churning, this is Prabhupada. So Krishna, though he is the Supreme Lord, is playing the part of a baby. So he does it to the perfection. If the babies want the attention of mother, they know exactly what to do. So Krishna stopped this activity of Mother Yashoda churning butter. So then Mother Yashoda looked at baby Krishna and thought, oh, my baby has become so intelligent. And she takes him, puts him on her lap and feeds milk to baby Krishna. While this was going on, and she is looking at Krishna's face, and there are tears of joy which are coming out of Mother Yashoda. Naturally, the milk is coming from her breast, and she is feeding. She is getting that satisfaction, the transcendental joy of feeding Krishna. At that time, she realizes that she has kept a pot of milk for heating in the kitchen, and she realized that it is about to spill. So he wanted to make some very special preparations for Krishna from that special cow's milk, and that was boiling. And then she thought, whether should I feed Krishna or should I protect the milk from getting spilled? So there are some kinds of conflicts which comes in our life where the choice is very difficult. I mean, it's very difficult to choose. But Bhagavad Gita says, Desham sapata yuktana bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam na yena mam upayantite. If a person is really engaged in devotional service, truly, genuinely, sincerely, then the Lord from the heart gives the intelligence to do the right thing. So Mother Yashoda at that point in time decided that I should keep baby Krishna on the floor and should go and attend to that milk which is about to spill. Because if I don't do that, then I can't make any sweet preparation. Our Acharya's comment, she did the right thing. Can you think of why it is the right thing?
Also, she wanted to offer to Krishna.
Okay, but Krishna was there, right, in her lap, and she was feeding. Why would she leave and go?
That,
One thing,
that milk was very special milk.
okay.
It was gathered, accumulated from the special cows.
True. So that attention to details, he didn't want it to, lose that milk if it gets spilled. All those things are there. One of the things, if she would have not gone to, take care of the milk, there would have been no Damodar pastings. There would have been, nothing for all of us to hear. Because she left, baby Krishna got angry. This is what our acharyas like. There are various things, of course. There's all these things what you said are all important. But one of the main reasons is if she would have not gone, there would have been no Damodar fasting. So when she kept baby Krishna on the floor and went and attended to that spilling milk, Krishna got very, very angry. But how can you do this, mother? I got up from the sleep because of your singing and chanting. Now you've kept me here and you've gone. I'm not fully, my hunger is not fully satisfied. So what he did was, he took a stone which was there or some heavy object and broke that pot of butter churn. So the butter started spilling from that broken pot, and with his baby fit, he was walking on that, so there was imprints of that butter all over. And Mother Yashoda went, attended to that spilling milk, came back and saw the crime scene, baby Krishna is missing, and she didn't get angry. She felt so happy that my child has become so intelligent now. He has done this and he knows that he might be punished. He is banished from the crime scene. So then it's not very difficult, right? So Mother Yashoda follows the footprints and he sees that he's gone to the store where she used to hide the butter hanging from the roof. You would have seen in the serials or TV or movie or whatever it is. So they were hanging so that baby Krishna cannot reach. But baby Krishna has called all his cowherd friends and monkeys. And he is taking those, butter from those, what do you call that in?
Handi.
You're getting it, right? You're getting it, right? Sikha, no, that's cool, yeah. Whatever it is, so it is lying from there, and then he's, along with all his cowherd friends and monkeys, he's trying to steal those butter and he's distributing to everyone. That really enraged Mother Yashoda. She found a stick from somewhere and she entered into that room. And when she entered, Krishna's back was facing to the door, so he could not see. But just because the other cowherd friends and monkeys saw that Mother Yashoda has come with a stick, they immediately vanished. Krishna was busy removing and all, and he realized there is nobody, so he understood that he is in danger. So then Yashoda tried to capture Krishna. And actually, one of the unique things about this pastime is, if you see any pictures of Krishna anywhere, any picture that you can find anywhere, you'll find Krishna is always smiling. This is the only picture where Krishna is crying. It's a very interesting thing. Actually, Kunti Maharani in her prayers will say, this is bewildering. I don't know when the death personified himself is scared of you, how can you be scared of an ordinary woman? That is the bewildering pastime of Krishna. They are all wonderful nectarian things. It requires a little bit of time to go into the depth of this. Unfortunately, we are limited. So what happened was when Krishna saw that Mother Yashoda is there with a stick, when he realized that, immediately he left from that place. He started running. And Mother Yashoda also started chasing. Perspiring, not giving I will teach a lesson to my Kana. I will not leave him today. So she was chasing him, and as you can see in this, all the cowherd women, they also got to know that Mother Yashoda is in an angry mood. And one of the reasons why she was in an angry mood is, this is a very interesting thing. There is a verse which we were singing. There is a song called Chorashtakam. Okay, Krishna is known as the butter thief. He steals butter. Where does he steal butter from? From the neighbors. He does not steal butter from his house. Mother Yashoda was always puzzled. I am making the special butter from the special milk. And my baby, my Kana, my Lala, he is going to other houses to steal. Imagine every day the mother makes some nice breakfast, lunch and dinner for your children. And then you go and eat it at somebody else's house, neighbor's house. You eat it. He is very, very angry. So she told, I have to teach him a lesson today. So she goes and she was chasing Krishna, but who can capture Krishna? It's only someone who has got these two things, the love and the devotion in the heart, can capture Krishna. Krishna really doesn't see anything. He doesn't see any material qualification, how much wealth you are giving, how much money you are giving, what you are doing, none of those. He sees that love and devotion. When Krishna finally agreed to be captured by Mother Yashoda could bind him. Seeing Mother Yashoda's genuine effort, there are so many descriptions of those malati flowers becoming loosened and falling down, why they are falling down, what the milk spilling represents. These are all details. Some other time we will talk about. Very, very fascinating, very interesting. But Mother Yashoda finally could capture Krishna because Krishna allowed himself to be captured. And why did Krishna allow himself to be captured? Because of the love, devotion and sincerity of Mother Yashoda. Then Mother Yashoda, what she did was, she wanted to bind him to that grinding mortar because she wanted to do her activities. So she went and found some ropes in the house, came back and tried to tie Krishna, and she realized that the rope is falling short by 2 fingers. Then she went again inside, trying to search for more ropes. Whatever she has, she brought all of those, extended that rope, tried to bind Krishna. Krishna was little plump. It's not like he was very anorexic or something. He was a healthy baby, but not so fat that the rope will fall short. So she went inside and again got some more ropes and tried to bind Krishna. Again the rope was falling short by 2 fingers. Then she went to ask help from the neighbors. She got more ropes. Again the rope was falling short by 2 fingers. And our acharyas represent, these 2 fingers represent something very important in our life. First thing is endeavor, and the second thing is mercy. Sometimes when we ask people, why don't you come to temple? जब कृष्ण बुलाएंगे ना तब आएंगे. As if Krishna is, for all this Krishna has called us and we are here. There is an endeavor that is required. We may sometimes desire, but our desire is so weak, our determination is so weak, we don't execute that. Something else comes up. We take this as more priority. I have to put that endeavor, I have to be sincere. When Lord says endeavor or sincerity doesn't guarantee mercy, but this is a prerequisite which is needed to get the mercy of the Lord. So endeavor and mercy, when Krishna saw that Mother Yashoda is trying so hard, so he allowed himself to be bound by Mother Yashoda. So he got bound, then Mother Yashoda got engaged with all her other activities. Krishna was bound to that mortar. Now what should he do? Can he keep quiet? No. He started crawling, he started moving from there. And when he started moving, what happened was, in the courtyard, there were 2 big, gigantic, huge trees. They were Arjuna trees. They got uprooted. There also, sometimes when we hear this, because we have heard this, it doesn't appeal to us that the mortar didn't have enough strength. It was not a very heavy mortar. Neither the rope was very strong. It was some silken ropes, something she had just tied. But because they became an instrument in the hands of Krishna, both the mortar and the rope, these 2 gigantic trees got uprooted. Because they had tied to Krishna, Supreme Lord. And 2 celestial beings came out of it. Anybody knows who are they? Okay.
I know one,
Okay, Nalakuvera is the right answer. Manigrika. They are sons of. No, you said right. I didn't. They are sons of Kubera. Okay, those of you who are a little distracted, come back. So they are sons of Kubera, Varuna, or Indra. 3 choices. Kubera. How many of you think it is Kubera? Okay. I think it should not be, because already in the name Nala Kubera is there. How can he be the son of Kubera? He has to be son of Varuna. Think again. I mentioned about Varuna's umbrella being stolen by Bhamasura, right? In the previous thing when I was talking about Aditi's earrings and Varuna's. So he is actually the son of Varuna. Nala Kubera and Manikubera. Is it correct? No, actually it's simple. Here Kubera is son, इसलिए उसका नाम Nala Kubera. One name is Nala Kubera. Manikubera is also another name. So they both were cursed. It's a very interesting thing to know. These were, the sons of a powerful demigod, Kubera, and they were intoxicated, like it happens to some of us. We get this wealth, they get this desire to enjoy. So they were enjoying with some celestial women in a lake, and at that time Narada Muni was passing by. Narada Muni is a great transcendentalist. He was passing by, and seeing Narada Muni, the women became conscious. They were trying to, cover their bodily parts, but these two were so intoxicated, they forgot to do that. That is where Narada Muni cursed them, that you become trees. Actually, the curse of a sadhu is also a blessing. Though it was a curse, but he cursed that you will take birth in the courtyard of Nanda Baba, where Krishna will come much later. And to fulfill the words of Narada Muni, Krishna comes and delivers these two celestial beings who were actually there as trees in this courtyard. So this pastime also happened on this day of Kartik. There are many important lessons to learn, but what we will do is, okay, let us summarize. What was the first pastime we spoke about from this side? Lord Rama's return to Ayodhya. Very good. Second, in the middle. You know the answer. You will smile. I don't want to ask you. Anybody else who was here who heard the second pastime? Okay. Although we know you will answer. Gautam, what is the second pastime? Killing of Narakasura. What is another name of Narakasura? Bhaumasura. Who's the father and mother of Bhaumasura? Vishnu and Bhumi. Bhumi is mother of. That's why his name is Bhaumasura. What is the third thing that we spoke about? Yeah?
The stealing of the earrings from Krishna.
No. Third one, this one. The third pastime. This is just now. Damodara pastime. Mother Yashoda binding Krishna. And we saw the significance of this. So we have 7 minutes. We have 2 choices. One, we can see how when we are inviting the Lord, what qualifications are required. Like we can see one of the verses of Hanuman that he prays. Very wonderful verse. Maybe that is a little new thing to introduce. Instead of that, we will go back to that Ramachandra Kavacham. We will chant that a few more times. And 7:30 we will have Aarti. We will have Kirtan. That will continue till 8:10. Participate. Chant the names of the Lord on this auspicious day of Diwali. Don't get distracted by so many other things. Wonderful prasadam is there. So chant nicely. Then we will have Damodara Ashtakam, where we will be singing this beautiful 8 stanzas written by Satyavrata Muni. The Vrata for this Kartik month, which is also known as Damodara Vrata, is singing this Damodara Ashtakam and offering ghee lamps. It's as simple as that. If you have not done, today is the 15th day, it's Amavasya. This is Kartik Amavasya, it's called Diwali. So at least 15 more days are there. If you are at home, you just go back with this understanding, and if you can do it, amazing pious credit you will do. So what we will do is we will chant that Ramachandra Kavacha Stotram. You can repeat after me. Shri Rama Rama Raghunandana Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Raghunandana Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Bharata Graja Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Bharata Graja Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Ranakarkasha Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Ranakarkasha Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Sharanam Bhava Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Sharanam Bhava Rama Rama. Shri Ramachandra Charano Manasa Smarami. Shri Ramachandra Charano Manasa Smarami. Shri Ramachandra Charano Vachasa Granami. Shri Ramachandra Charano Vachasa Granami. Shri Ramachandra Charano Shirasa Namami. Shri Ramachandra Charano Shirasa Namami. Shri Ramachandra Charano Sharanam Prapatye. Shri Ramachandra Charano Sharanam Prapatye. Shri Rama Rama Raghunandana Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Raghunandana Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Bharata Graja Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Bharata Graja Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Ranakarkasha Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Ranakarkasha Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Sharanam Bhava Rama Rama. Shri Rama Rama Sharanam Bhava Rama Rama. Shri Ramachandra Charano Manasa Smarami. Shri Ramachandra Charano Manasa Smarami. Shri Ramachandra Charano Vachasa Granami. Shri Ramachandra Charano Vachasa auspicious. That will be all displayed on the screen. You can follow along. And then each one of you will get an opportunity to offer Gila. And then we will go for Prasadam. Diwali Maha Mahotsav ki